Hello, this is ShoeGoo ASMR. It's been a long time since I made an English video. If it's your first time watching any ASMR video, the reason I'm talking so quietly is because ASMR videos are basically videos that help people relax and fall asleep. So you normally turn this on and kind of try to sleep. That's kind of the point. That's why it's so quiet. If you're wondering, if it's your first time channel here, ShoeGoo ASMR. I make videos in Korean, Hebrew, and English. And yeah, today what I'm going to do for my video is fix a shoe. That's right, I'm going to fix a shoe. What I mean by that is, if you look here, this kind of part is very indented. A lot of rubber has kind of frictioned off, from constant walking or running, so forth. It's literally this. I don't know if you can tell, but this part is literally going downwards. And this part actually, there's a noticeable indentation here. And the middle parts, a lot of it is gone too. And also the front area, there's a lot of it missing too, the rubber. Now I'm thinking, if I keep this up, eventually there'll be a hole there, because there's only so much rubber that it can go through. I play tennis and I get a lot of holes in my shoes, and I get a lot of wear and tear. And the thing is, it sucks because the rest of the shoe is almost new, but it's always the one or two areas where I constantly slide or use that gets worn out. And I was looking for solutions online, and I came across this ShoeGoo. This stuff is magic. Seriously, it's magic. What I found out was this was made for skateboarders. If you know, skateboarders have to use their feet to brake, have to use their feet to accelerate, and they're always on the board, and it's always a high friction surface, and they always ruin their shoes. Kind of like how I ruined mine with tennis. They ruin their shoes with skateboarding, so they invented the ShoeGoo. And it's this magical goo stuff that basically fixes the shoe, and I'm going to show you, or you can just listen if you're just trying to fall asleep or something. Me fixing my shoe. Normally you're supposed to use ice because this material, you want it to be smooth, and this thing sticks to other things, so ice, it doesn't, and then it gives a nice clear soft finish. But I thought ice would be really messy here, so I'm going to use a Q-tip. So let's get started. Normally you have to wait 24 hours for this to cure, but I found that this stuff dries so fast that in fact I have to keep closing the cap, otherwise it just dries up on me. I'm gonna go ahead and start in the front area. It's already coming out of the bottle. I'm going to apply the ShoeGoo in the front like so. Maybe a little more down here. I'm going to lay it down. Quick close. I'm going to close the cap because it really dries up that quickly. By the way, when you open a new bottle of ShoeGoo, it's good for 1 year because after the 1 year it just dries up and then it becomes, just solid inside the bottle. So just keep that in mind. Now, ShoeGoo comes in black and clear, and black is what I'm using today because my shoe is black. And clear is kind of misleading because clear is not necessarily clear. It's more of like cloudy. Like it's not transparent, if that's what you're imagining. It's like this cloudy muck. Going to apply more in the front. Lovely. This thing dries up so fast. In fact, you'll see that soon I'll be able to touch this with my hand and it won't even stick to my hands anymore because it dried up. It's that quick. There we go. Lovely. See, this part where the rubber had completely disappeared is now kind of, it's kind of back. The rubber is kind of back. Oh, a fair bit of warning. Don't use ShoeGoo on shoes that you like, because this stuff dries up really noticeable and really ugly. So you should only use this for like your running shoes, or I guess skateboarding shoes. Shoes that you don't really care how it looks like. You just need it to not have holes, I guess. Those are the shoes you want to use ShoeGoo, because ShoeGoo is not a pretty fix. Not at all. Not even with ice. How do I know? I also purchased a clear one and I fixed my tennis shoes. And it works, but it looks really disgusting. The way I describe this stuff, the black one, is like Venom. From Spider-Man's villain, Venom. You're literally spraying venom on your shoe. So after you apply ShoeGoo, I just like to kind of spread it out and even it out, because I wouldn't want this ShoeGoo to just fall off as like a chunk. And I'm thinking if I kind of spread it out like this, that it has a better grip and it just, lasts longer. I'm sorry I'm not in the shot. I'm trying to show the shoe as often as I can, but to be in the shot I actually have to raise the shoe quite a bit. So I'll try to show it as often as I can. Yep, there you go. Do you see? Now this part is still heavily indented, because I guess I scrape the rear part when I walk or something. So after I let it dry a little bit, I'm going to apply another layer. And by tomorrow, or I guess 2 days later, it should be fully cured and ready to, I guess, have a second life. And I'm now applying the ShoeGoo to the middle portion. Oh, and another area that I thought would be really good for the ShoeGoo is if, you know, where you live has cold winters. Oh, it's not closing. If where you live has like rough winters, you can kind of. My cap isn't closing. There we go. You can add like traction to your shoe, like so. You know, don't spread it out as much. Kind of just let it dry up in like a studded way, and I bet your shoe will have more traction in the winter. Just a thought. Oh, and I apologize for all the sweating. The temperature has gone down quite a bit, but today was super hot, and I don't really turn on the AC when I make ASMR videos because the AC sound is actually really loud, even if it's central. So I usually film without it, and it's very hot here. So excuse me. But for the sake of sound, I must sweat. So here's the middle. And here's the top. And here's the bottom. I'm waiting for the bottom part to dry up a little bit so that I can, you know, put another layer. And like I said, it dries really quickly. So if you see in the front here, I bet I can touch it. And my fingers, I guess I can a little bit, but you know, it's already dried that much. And you know, it's been like less than 10 minutes, so you can tell the areas that I use the most when I'm walking. If you observe your shoe, you can see where you, I guess, use your shoe the most. I'm tempted to put another layer already. As you can see, it's not very soft because I didn't use ice, but I mean, it's on the bottom, no one's gonna know. So yes, if you must fix a shoe that you like, only fix the bottom with the ShoeGoo. Don't do like anywhere like this. It'll be visible and you'll ruin your shoes. I promise you. Don't do it on the shoes you like. If you do, it'll become ShoeBoo. That was bad. Okay, let's put another layer. I'm confident that it has dried up. Well, dried enough where it will take another layer. So I'm applying a thick layer here. You have to focus. Put the cap on because it dries up very quickly. A new Q-tip. And then just spread it out. The new layer. I don't want to spread this one out too much because I kind of wanted to have volume, because I'm trying to cover up the area that's missing. Literally burnt away, so I'm just kind of dabbing it right now. I'm tapping it into shape. The sides. Well, the Q-tip is kind of destroyed. Another thing that's bad about using Q-tip instead of ice is that it leaves this, fur stuff. It's very not good. I'm very focused right now. Look at that. Look at that. Do you see? Before it was so indented, but now it's kind of evened out. Kind of. Not fully, of course, but that's basically another half an inch. Or so. Half an inch. Quarter of an inch of rubber to go through again. If you look on this side, you can see just how much of ShoeGoo was added. This whole thing wasn't there. And when it dries up, it'll be great. Yeah. So quick recap, ShoeGoo is great, but not for shoes that you like. Only shoes that you want to just use roughly. Use ice. And there's black and clear. Clear is not really clear, it's kind of cloudy. And yeah, that's it. Thank you for watching. I hope this was relaxing. Don't forget to subscribe, give me a thumbs up and like my videos. And I really enjoy reading comments, so comment anything really. If you have questions about ShoeGoo, I can try to answer them. Thank you for watching and have a good night.